that the document is voluminous? Who said it is voluminous? Who said we cannot synthesize and analyze a voluminous document? That is demeaning to the members of public, and that is something that we cannot allow. We saw members of the County Assembly, MCAs, coming, and after a few seconds they just disappear. At the end of the day, it was just one MCA, the deputy speaker, who was left with the members of public. So the views that were given to the members of public were never heard by the representatives who are supposed to go and debate the issues that people raise at the chamber. So we kind of wonder what kind of public participation was being held and being hosted by the County Assembly. And we call it a sham, and it is a shame to see such an happening within Machakos County. It was the only sitting coming to hear about the public views on the budget estimates and also the finance bill. The finance bill was never even availed to the members of public. So I don't understand even what we were to discuss about the finance thing. So it is a sham. We have also seen the kind of allocation they have allocated themselves for the completion of the debate chamber. That was 50 million out of their development budget of 100. Why should we even allow them to get 50 million if they cannot come and listen to the members of public? In fact, that is a chamber that has taken years. It is now coming to the second regime. That we had it it was started way back during Mutua's regime. It was not completed. Now during this regime, it is not being finished, and we are not seeing any seriousness. Even though they were serious, that is the chamber they ought to be debating in. They should have completed it, but we cannot understand as members of public why it is not completed. So we don't even see the need of it being allocated, the 50 million, if they cannot come and sit with the members of the public to convince them why they require the 50 million to complete that debating chamber. The other thing is documents should be available to members of public. Let any sitting for public participation make sure there is availability of documents that are for the sitting itself, so that people can synthesize and understand. I don't see how can they just sit down and start posting questions to members of public. Have you not been attending public participation? Have you not been attending this? Whether people have been attending or not, it was not for that subject matter. The matter was about public participation on estimates that ought to have been available to the people. The other thing was that there was no representation from across. This was the only sitting for the entire county. We expected representation from the entire 40 wards, but no members came from those. The only people who were available were just from the civil society, people from Machakos, within Machakos town, and even some environment. But there was no representation from the entire county. So I can call it a sham, and it should not be taken as a public participation exercise to validate anything coming from the members of public.
You can't be a host. Na wewe ukiwa host unakuja, unasalimia wananchi na unatoka. Then mbona tuko hapo tunakuja kudiscuss nini? Tunakuja kujadiliana nini kama wewe mwenyewe huko? Wewe ndio mtetezi all the way from Masinga Central, all the way from Divini, MCAs ampatikani. Sasa mnataka tuongee nini? Ama mlikuwa mnatuletea tu for formality? It's a total shame. In fact, it's an embarrassment to the whole county assembly ya Machakos. I feel this whole activity yenu ya kutuletea public participation hapa bila hata kualika wananchi from all the world, mnatuangusha sana wasee. In fact, you should pack and go. Kama kazi imewashinda, funga virango yako na uende nyumbani. Hata msikuje kutuomba kula next time. We are tired of you guys. Ndio maana hata mnaenda kupigana pale wa county assembly. Tuliwachagua muende mkatetee wananchi. Nyinyi kazi yenu ni kwenda kupigana pale assembly. Hiyo ni mbaya.
It's a hard one, but again it's so obvious that now today being the 4th year and to some extent the last year in office, we must be feeling some mixed reactions from our people, from the electorates, and so it's so obvious that some of us maybe will be re-elected, others will have to go home, because being the 4th year, now members of public can tell whatever you delivered to them. maybe if you have achieved your manifesto that you had given them during the elections, if you've not met their expectations, I'm telling you, we'll have to go home. This sitting was advertised via the newspapers, so we were expecting maybe to meet quite a number of members of public. The number might have gone down. We don't know. I don't know why, but with the few that attended to our today's session, we'll have to listen to them because they are also Kenyans. They are also our electorates, and we have to listen to them. Despite the number, we'll have to listen to them and see how best we can accommodate their views, because they've to some extent represented others. We have first to pass this budget, that is in the month of June, the end of June. Then after passing that budget, there are some process that goes up to around September. So we should expect some serious construction happening probably in the month of October this year. As from October onwards, I know we'll be able, things will be able to flow.
So the last question.
Well, from me, it was not successful because we are less than 100 people representing the whole county, and this means the organizers did not do it properly. The MCAs, we can't complain about the MCAs, but the organizers of the whole thing, for example, my MCA is good. To me, it's good, successful, but the problem is the organizers did not reach the total mwananchi to the ground where we are. Also, we complained about the budget of the participation. We believed people from all over the county are supposed to be facilitated, which is not done. We were just given a bottle of water, which is 20 shillings. I mean, it's quite a shame. And anyway, because we have one of the members of here, I think will take care of us.
Yeah. I was here because of the sports issue, and I'm very much disappointed because you can see that we have a budget of 16 billion and only 188 million has been allocated to sports, and only 84 million has been allocated for sports development, and that will only encompass three things, that is constructions of buildings, refurbishing of buildings, and purchase of sports equipment and uniform. If you look at that budget of 188 compared to 16 billion, utaona kwamba it's less than 1% of our total budget. Yet, the youths who are in sports are so many, their numbers are big, and for example, programs like youth development, talent development, and talent centers cannot be effected if you are having just a budget like this. We don't have a budget for leveling fields in the wards, and we have some wards that don't even have playing pitches, public playing pitches. So even if it is a matter of buying those pitches for this various wards, it is not possible because it has not been budgeted here. We are not seeing any budget that is going towards the refurbishing of the stadium. You know that we have been hosting KPL and NSL matches, and they did away because of the state of the pitch. And I believe that we lost revenue and even lost opportunities for our youths to be exposed because of such kind of things. So we are also having teams in the county that participate in various leagues. We also expected that in such a budget there will be allocation for transport, like a bus that can help in ferrying these teams. So when we see such a budget, we feel very much disappointed, and for my opinion, and on my opinion, I believe that this is not a budget that reflects the sports fraternity.